Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today in this first video lecture of week 15, we are going to learn about linear dependence and linear independence vectors for the course Applied Linear Algebra. Now, the definition of linear independence. Suppose we have a set S of vectors v1, v2, v3 up to vr. This is a non-empty set of vectors. Then the vector equation k1 v1 plus k2 v2 plus and so on plus kr vr is equal to 0 has at least one solution, which is k1 is equal to 0, k2 is equal to 0, and so on up to kr is equal to 0. Because you see over here, from this equation we can construct a homogeneous system of linear equations for the unknown k1, k2, k3 up to kr. Because here k1, k2 up to kr are unknown scalars. So if we solve this system has at least one solution, which is called k1 0, k2 0 up to kr 0, and this solution called the trivial solution. So at least one solution mean that this system has already the zero solution, and we check whether this system has non-trivial solution. Non-trivial solution mean we check whether this system has other solution additional to the zero solution. So if the system has only this solution 0, the system has the zero solution only, then the vectors will be linear independent. And if there are other solution additional to the zero solutions, then the solution called the non-trivial solution. In the case of non-trivial solutions, the vectors will be linear dependent, and this set will be called linear and linear dependent set. So if the vectors are linear independent, then this set called the linear independent set, and if the vectors are dependent, then this set called linear dependent set. So this is a very interesting and a very simple definitions of linear dependence and linear dependence. For example, we have some vectors v1, v2 up to vr. I would like to tell you again the procedure to check whether the vectors are linear dependents or linear dependent. So to check the vectors for independence, there will be exist some scalars k1, k2 up to kr. Then construct this equation k1 into v1 plus k2 into v2 plus and so on plus kr vr is equal to 0. So in this from this equation we can construct a system of linear equation, and the system will be homogeneous linear equation. So we can construct a system of homogeneous equation in which these unknown k1, k2 up to kr will be obtained. So solve this homogeneous system, and we know that already that homogeneous system has at least one solution, which is called the zero solution, and sometime system has non-trivial solution additional to the zero solution. So if the system has only this zero solution k1 0, k2 0 up to kr 0, then the vectors called linear independent. And if the systems and the scalars k1, k2 up to kr has non-trivial solutions, non-trivial solution mean the system has other solution additional to zero solution, then vector will be linear independent. Now for example, you see over here, this is the vector v1 2 minus 1 0 3, v2 is equal to 1 2 5 minus 1, and v3 is equal to 7 minus 1 5 8. So in this case we have a set of three vectors v1 v2 and v3, and these vectors are linear dependent. Since 3v1 plus v2 minus v3 is equal to 0. How we can find the scalars k1, k2 and k3? K1 value is 3, k2 value is 1 and k3 value is minus 1. Inshallah, in the second video lecture I will tell you about the procedures to find the scalars k1, k2 and k3, and we have already discussed in the previous video lecture in the topic linear combinations. In the linear combination we have already find the scalars k1, k2, k3. Simple, we obtain a system of linear equation, and we can solve a system of linear equation by any methods. So if the scalars has only the zero solution, then the vectors will be linear independent. Otherwise scalars k1, k2 up to kr has other solutions. So if these scalars k1, k2, k3 up to kr has other solution additional to 0, then the system has non-trivial solution, and in this case the vector will be linear dependent. And you see over here in this examples k1, k2 and k3 has non-trivial solution, so the vectors are linear dependent. Now another example, suppose we have a polynomial p1 1 minus x, p2 is equal to 5 plus 3x minus 2x square, p3 is equal to 1 plus 3x minus x square. This is a linear dependent because 3p1 minus p2 plus 2p3 is equal to 0, and we have already solved polynomials for the linear combinations. So for the linear linear independence definition, by the definition of linear independence, that k1p1 plus k2p2 plus k3p3 will be equal to 0. So find the value of k1, k2 and k3. So this is the value of k1, minus 1 is the value of k2, and plus 2 is the value of k3, and you see over here the system has non-trivial solution. So in this case vectors and these polynomial are linear dependent. Now another set of vector, this is a set S, and set S contain the vectors I, j, k. So we know that I is equal to 1 0 0, j is equal to 0 1 0, and k is equal to 0 0 1. And this sense, in this example, the vector, the set S is linear independent because 0i plus 0j plus 0k is equal to 0. In this case the scalar k1 is 0, k2 is 0 and k3 is also 0. So the system has only the trivial solution, so the vectors I, j and k are linear independent. Now there are some theorems. By using the theorem we can say directly whether the vectors are linear independent or linear dependent. This theorem say that a set S with two or more vectors, if there is a set and the set has two or more vectors, then the vectors will be linear dependent if and only if at least one of the vector in S is expressed as a linear combination of the other vectors in S. So we can use the linear combination procedure for the linear dependent. Now another part for this theorem, linearly independent vector will be linear independent if and only if no vector in this set S is expressible as a linear combination of the other vectors in S. For example, we have vector v1 2 minus 1 0 3, v2 1 2 5 minus 1, and v3 7 minus 1 5 8. Since in this case v1 is the linear combination of v2 and v3, you see over here v1 is equal to minus 1 over 3 into v2 plus 1 over 3 into v3. Similarly, v1 is the combination of v2 is the combination of v1 and v3. v2 is equal to minus 3v1 plus 1 v3, and v3 is equal to minus 3v1 plus v2. v1 is the combination of v2 and v3, v2 is the combination of v1 and v3, and v3 is the combination of v1 and v2. So at least one of the vectors in this set v1, v2 and v3, at least one of the vector is the combination of other vectors. So in this case vectors are linear dependent. If no vector in these vectors v1, v2 and v3 as the combination of other vectors, then we can say that vectors are linear independent. Vector are linear independent. Now another theorem, a finite set of vectors that contain the zero vectors is linear dependent. Suppose we have a set of vectors, we have a set of finite vectors, and that set contain a zero vectors, then set will be linear dependent, vector will be linear dependent. And now another part of this theorem, a set with exactly two vectors, suppose in a set there are two vectors, is linear dependent if and only if neither vector is a scalar multiple of the other. It's mean that no vector, suppose we have a set of two vectors v1 and v2. v1 is not the combination of v2 and v2 is not the combination of v1. Mean v1 is not the scalar multiple of v2 and v2 is not the scalar multiple of v2. So in this case the vectors are linear independent. And this theorem is exists for the set in which there are exactly two vectors. So the part A of this theorem is exist if the set has finite set of vectors and there exists a zero vector in the set, then the vectors will be linear dependent. Now geometrical interpretation of the linear independence. In R square mean two-dimensional plane, and R cube mean three-dimensional plane, a set of two vectors is linear independent if and only if the vectors do not lie on the same line when they are placed with their initial points at the origin. So linear dependent. In this case vectors are linear dependent also, but in this case the vectors are linear independent, because you see over here the vector will be linear independent if the vectors do not lie on the same plane. You see over here in this form the vector do not lie in the same plane, but you see over here vectors lies in the same plane. And similarly in these two-dimensional plane vector also lies in the same plane. This is a two-dimensional plane and this is the three-dimensional plane. This is called R square, 2 dimension, and this is called R cube, 3 dimension. So in this two-dimensional plane vectors lies in the same plane, you see over here, and also in this three-dimensional plane vector lies in the same plane, mean vectors overlap each other. So in this case linear dependent, vectors are also linear independent in the part B. But in this part C, in this picture, vectors not lies on the same plane. So v1 and v2 vectors are not linear dependent, vectors are linear dependent. Now in R cube, in three-dimensional plane, a set of three vectors is linear independent if and only if the vector do not lies in the same plane when they placed with their initial point at the origin. So you see over here, this is the three-dimensional plane, and we have already discussed in the previous slide that vectors do not lies in the same plane, then the vector will be linear independent. So in this case vector also do not lies in the same plane. In this case you see over here these vectors lies in the same plane, so the vectors are linear dependent. These vectors also lies in the same plane, vectors are linear dependent. But these vectors do not lies in the same plane. You see over here this vector does not lies in the same plane, so the vectors are linear independent. Now another theorem you see over here, if set S has the vector v1, v2 up to vr be a set of vectors in n-dimensional plane, where n represent the dimension of the plane and r represent the number of vectors. If number of vectors greater than the number of dimensions, then the vector will be linear dependent. So you see over here, there are vectors v1, v1, v2, v3 up to vr, suppose. But suppose the dimensions vectors are greater than dimensions. This is a homogeneous system. You see over here of n equations in the r unknown k1, k2 up to kr. Since since r is greater than n, in this position r is greater than n, the number of dimensions is less than, a number of vector is greater than in this case. So if number of vectors greater than the dimension, then the system has a trivial solution, and therefore the set S is linear dependent set. So for example, if number of vectors, if we have a set v1 in a set S we have three vectors v1, v2 and v3, but these three vectors are in two dimensions. So the number of vectors is 3 and the dimension is 2. So in this case the vectors will be linear dependent. Now this is the conclusion of the overall lecture. For example, we have a set of vectors v1, v2, v3 up to vr be a non-empty set such that k1 into a1 plus k2 into v2 plus k3 into v3 plus and so on plus kr into vr is equal to 0. This set S is called linear independent set if the system of equation number 1 has trivial solution only, mean k1 0, k2 0 up to kr 0, and then this set is called linear dependent, then the system of equation number 1 has non-trivial solution, means at least one scalar which is non-zero. So this is the conclusion that we solve this equation, we solve the system of this equation. The system of this equation contains the scalar k1, k2 up to kr. We solve the system for the scalars k1, k2 and k3, and since the system is homogeneous, in homogeneous case system has at least zero solution. System always has zero solution, and we check other solution additional to zero for the system. So if the system has only the zero solution, then the vectors will be linear dependent. The vector will be linear independent. If in the system k1, k2 up to kr has only the zero solution, then vectors v1, v2 up to vr will be linear independent. And if in the system k1, k2 up to kr has non-trivial solution, then the vectors will be linear dependent. And this is the end of this segment. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.